Welcome to Bukhara, Uzbekistan, a captivating city located along the ancient Silk Road in Central Asia. Join me to experience Bukhara's beautiful architecture, deep, rich history, ancient fortresses, and to discover why you should visit this hidden gem. To start off the day, I am here in one of the main squares in Old Town Bukhara, and right behind me is the iconic Kaylan Minaret, which holds very special significance in Bukhara's history, because it's one of the few structures that was spared destruction by Genghis Khan when he came through and conquered the region. However, despite being spared destruction, it does have a dark past, as it was used as a way to execute criminals by pushing them off the top of the minaret. Now it's just a beautiful structure and one of the most iconic in all the city. In this square, right next to the Kaylan Minaret, we also have the Mir-i Arab Madrasa. The word madrasa stems from the Arabic meaning of learning or teaching, and is a place where many people come to study Islam. Now, what's so special about this madrasa in this square is that it's still active today, so many people are inside studying. So unfortunately, that means we can't go inside the madrasa, but we can still admire the beautiful architecture and colors from the outside. On the other side of the Kaylan Minaret, we have the beautiful Kaylan Mosque. Unfortunately, unlike the minaret, Genghis Khan did destroy the mosque when he came through and conquered the region. However, years later in the 16th century, the mosque was rebuilt, and the minaret was actually used as a way to help call Muslims to prayer 5 times a day. So let's go inside and explore the beautiful Kaylan Mosque. So when you enter the mosque, you're greeted with this beautiful, huge courtyard, and right behind me is the main mosque with the classic blue teal dome. And then on the inside, it is still active and people can be praying, but I think we can also go ahead and take a look. So here we are inside the mosque, and again, it's just a beautiful dome structure, and there are actually people praying behind me right in here inside that closed door, and from what I've been told, thousands of people can be praying inside this mosque at one time. It's incredible. So from what I've been told, if the main part of the mosque fills up with people praying, they actually use this huge space to set up some comfortable rugs so people can still pray if they wanted to and there's no space in the main mosque. Just steps away from the Kaylan Mosque and Minaret, we've made it here to what's known as the Trading Domes of Bukhara. Years ago, many people would stop here in Bukhara to trade and exchange their goods, making it one of the most diverse stops along the old Silk Road. Today, the 4 domes are still used with tons of vendors selling everything from carpets to traditional clothing to silk and so much more. So let's go ahead and explore the ancient domes of Bukhara. So quite literally 4 domes were built, as you can see right above me, and this is what's known as the 4 domes, and then all around the little alleyways connecting the domes are vendors selling their local crafts and goods. walking through one of the hallways inside the dome, and it is just lined with tons of beautiful, beautiful carpets. It is really, really cool. So here in Uzbekistan, many people have carpets and are used not only as an entrance to a home, but used to sit on at the dining table, and just beautiful pieces of art to hang on your wall as well. So really neat to see the carpets and how they're made a little bit. I've made it here to another dome. Some of the domes are connected and some are spread out with just little areas to walk around outside. But look at the architecture, it's just so unique. I have never been to a market with such white sandy domes as the exterior. Really, really cool. I've stumbled upon this beautiful art gallery, and the man outside actually hand paints all of these images. They are so incredibly beautiful. He's a very talented artist. When you exit the last trading dome, you'll be brought here to what's called Lobby House, which in Persian translates to the pond. Back when Bukhara was first developed, there were several ponds scattered throughout the city. However, today only a few remain, this being the main one. And now there are tons of beautiful restaurants and cafes scattered all around the pond, and is a great place to just kick back and relax. Behind all the restaurants and cafes around the pond, you actually have a couple beautiful madrasas as well, where people used to come and study Islam. So let's go check one of them out. Today, this madrasa is not active and there isn't anyone studying here, but all of the classrooms have been turned into little souvenir shops and gift shops, and the architecture still remains absolutely beautiful. When you think of Central Asia and Uzbekistan and religion, you probably think of Islam, which is correct. However, what many people don't know is that there was once a large Jewish population here in Bukhara. During the time of the Soviet Union, many Jews fled the region due to the oppression they faced. However, nestled within these narrow alleyways still lies an active synagogue today. To me, it's so beautiful that there's still an active synagogue here in Bukhara today, as it's proof that people of different religions and backgrounds and beliefs can truly live in harmony. After wandering around the narrow alleyways of the old city, I've made it here to a place called Chor Minor, which translates to 4 minarets, referring to the 4 towers surrounding the structure. Previously, Chor Minor served as a gate to a madrasa that has since been destroyed, but still serves as a beautiful piece of architecture here in Bukhara. So I found this beautiful rooftop cafe here in the old town in Bukhara, and I am gonna take a little coffee break, but let me show you guys what our next stop is. Look at that. After a quick coffee break, I've made my way down into another one of the main squares here in Old Town Bukhara, and here in this square are two more magnificent madrasas. Right behind me is the Ulugh Beg Madrasa, who was a grandson of Emir Timur, a great conqueror here in Central Asia, who built an empire stretching all the way from Istanbul, Turkey to northern India. And what's so special about the Ulugh Beg Madrasa is that it was built back in 1417, and unlike many of the other madrasas, is relatively unrestored. So we've entered into the Ulugh Beg Madrasa, which is a big courtyard, and each of these little arches resembled an old classroom where people would come and study Islam. Now it's just a beautiful, tranquil place to walk around and appreciate the architecture and rich history. It's about 30 minutes before sunset, and I've made my way over to a place known as the Ark, which is an old citadel or fortress where Amir, the old ruler of Bukhara, and his relatives used to live. The citadel dates back to either the 4th or 5th century and was still in use until the early 1900s. Behind these fortress walls was its own little city where you can find places to sleep, shops, and even a police station. So I got myself a little set of wheels here to roam around the Ark. I've made it inside the Ark here, and we're just gonna explore this old ancient fortress. Right when you enter, you see this old unrestored mosque that is actually made out of wood. It's pretty incredible. Now I've entered what is called the Coronation Hall, which was used to inaugurate new leaders and also as a place of celebration. It's a huge open courtyard, again with nice wooden beams that have really intricate designs carved into them. This big open space here was used as a stable where many horses would live, which they would use as a means of transportation. And behind me, you can see the beautiful sunset. So from the fortress, the old Ark and citadel, I'm gonna watch the beautiful sunset over Bukhara. I'm finishing my time here in Bukhara at the same place I started at. I thoroughly enjoyed exploring this ancient city, and I hope you guys enjoyed following along with me. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, and of course subscribe down below for weekly travel vlogs if you have not already. And I will catch you guys next week for my next destination in Uzbekistan.